Hey card making friends, welcome back. Sandy here, and today we are going to play with the embossing folder ink swiping technique. I posted this card last week and I had readers ask me to do a video, so here you go. We're going to be using the new Falling Hearts embossing folder. This is from Simon Says Stamps and it's in their Stamptember release. I've got a piece of cardstock 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 and I have spritzed both sides of it and I'm popping it inside the embossing folder and I ran it through my die cutting machine to emboss it. Spritzing it will help to break down the fibers and get a deeper embossing without tearing your paper, which is why I do it. Okay, so once the paper is dry, you are going to take Copic markers of your choice. I'm using RV06, YG03, and BG23, and on the indented or debossed side of the embossing folder, you're going to color all of the little hearts. And I'm just going to give you a short demonstration, and then I've got one that's already colored. This does take a few minutes. Watch a movie, listen to some music, do something, because it's time consuming. Okay, so here's the one that we have finished, and I'm just showing you. We want to be on the deboss side, not the emboss side. I'm going to use the Ocean ink pad from Simon Says Stamps. And you want to keep your paper as flat as possible, and you're going to swipe your ink pad across the surface of your panel. So when you're thinking about which colors you want to do, you got to take this into consideration ahead of time. You need your ink to be a little bit darker than the colors that you're using to color your hearts, because it's pretty much impossible with a marker to get the ink into the indented piece without getting a little bit on the surface. Okay, so next we're moving on for the decorations that we're going to use on the front, and we have got Iceland Poppies dies also from Simon Says Stamps, and I'm showing you my awesome new magnetic magic plate from scrapbook.com. This thing is awesome. You don't need to use tape anymore. It holds the dies in place very nicely. Okay, so I'm just pulling all my pieces off and we're going to do some ink blending. You want to sort your pieces first so you make sure that you're going to get them the right color. So I'm just showing you by looking at the image on the front of the packaging. You can tell which piece goes with which. Okay, so there's 2 overlapping pieces for the main part of the flower. There's a flower center and then there's a folded back leaf in the front. We're going to start with the blue one, the pink one, and I did it in Bubblegum. Okay, and I'm working on my glass mat. And I'm just going to start from the outside and work my way in with the ink blending. So you're going to have a lighter color closer to the center of the flower. And you're going to do this on both of the overlapping pieces. And then the little bent over flower petal overlay that goes on the front, you're going to cover the entire thing. So one thing about Simon Says Stamps inks, you want to go a little bit darker than what you want as you're finished, because as they dry, they kind of fade out a little bit. So keep that in mind when you're doing your ink blending. Okay, and then here's our little flipped up tip that's going to be our overlay in the front. And you're going to clean up that mess and change over, and we're changing to butter ink, and I'm going to do the yellow one with this. So again, using a small blending brush, starting from the outside edge and working in. So the 2 pieces that overlap, and then the little front piece. You got to be careful not to push too hard on these, otherwise you'll tear them. So alternatively, if you do not like getting ink all over your fingers, you can also get a sticky mat. And I got one here. Simon just sent this to me, so I've just only played with it a couple of times. But what you can do is you can push these down on the sticky mat, as I'm doing, and then you can ink blend. So I'm using MOCHA for the center of the 2 flowers, and again a small blending brush, and just adding the ink and making sure I go both ways so I get the edges. Okay, and then switching over, and this is Perfection, and I'm going to do both of the stems with this one. Okay, so now it's time to glue all our pieces together. So I'm using my Barely Art glue because it's got that nice fine tip on the end of it, and just adding my layering. And I'm trying to go real fast, and you'll see that because I don't wait for things to glue and stay, They move around a little bit. The other thing I'm pointing out to you there is I'm using my Place and Score embellishment wand. And this thing is awesome for picking up little pieces of paper when you want to glue them together. It's also great for gems, which is kind of how it started, but it's great for paper piecing. Okay, and then I just use the other tip that has a round ball on the end of it just to press it down to get everything to glue together. So onto my yellow one. Okay, I'm going to add my center and then my overlay. Okay, and once you get those all glued together, we're going to attach these to the stems of the flowers. And we're going to set those aside while we work on the rest of our card pieces. Just going to clean up my glue here a little bit, and we're moving on, and we're going to do our frame overlay. I have a couple of dies for this. This is Waffle Flowers, the die DECKLE frames, or the Tim Holtz. And these are the ones I like to use, the stack DECKLE. They both work well, but the layering portion of the top, the biggest two in here, is perfect for the outline frame that I want for this card. So you're just going to take the two, you're going to tape them together onto a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 piece of white cardstock. And sorry, I'm getting used to a new video system, and keep getting out of the frame a tiny little bit. Sorry about that. Okay, placing that into my Platinum 6 die cutting machine and running it through, and voila, you end up with this pretty frame, and you also get another panel in the center. I saved those because I make different cards out of them, so I just pop them back into the packaging with the dies. So there we go, and you'll see that I kind of bumped this just before I was die cutting it, and one side is kind of a little skinnier than the other. I'm going to move that side to the left-hand side and put it where the flowers are going to go, and you won't notice it so much. Okay, so I'm going to attach my swiping technique panel to a 4 1/4 by 11 scored and folded at 5 1/2 A2 size white card base. And I'm using my MISTI for that. You can take the foam and anything else that you've got on top of it out of your MISTI, and then you can use that top left-hand corner to wedge your card base in there, and then you are going to add your panel on top of it, and by starting in the top left-hand corner, you'll wedge it right in there and get it nice and tight. And of course, we know when we are embossing, it shortens our paper a little bit, so there's a little bit of trimming necessary. These Spellbinder scissors, not only are they, nothing sticks to them, okay? But they're also nice and long, and they're really, really strong, and they're perfect for doing this type of trimming. I use these pretty much for everything now. They're no stick. There's the words I was looking for. Okay, so I'm going to take some foam strips. These are the same ones that you would use if you were making a shaker card, okay? And I'm using them just simply for the dimension in building a little bit of height for the frame. Otherwise, I would have cut the frame 3 times and glued it together and had the height from that. But this is kind of a fast and easy way to do it. And they're white, so it won't show. Okay, and any leftover pieces you can put back on the wax paper. And we're just going to take the protective covers off, and we're going to attach this to the front of our card with the skinny side on the left. Okay, so I've also taken some foam squares and I've cut them in half, and I've used them on the back of these little flowers because I need the dimensions so that they line up with the frame. It also adds some nice depth to your card, so everything's not flat, and I really like doing that. It adds interest without a whole bunch of bulk. Okay, so I'm popping that pink one on the left-hand side, and then the yellow one is going to tuck in right beside it. And then we've got our bases of our stems kind of flapping in the breeze, so add a little bit of glue to the bottom of those and glue them to the frame. Okay, time to do the sentiment. We are using the Spring in My Step Stamp and Dies from Simon Says Stamps. I've got the little I Got You, and it's nice that there's matching dies for these. I really love matching dies to go with my sentiments. Okay, so I'm using VersaFine Clair Nocturne Black ink. It is my total favorite for doing sentiments. It is so thick and juicy that you only have to stamp it once. And you need to heat set it to dry it. Okay, so then you're going to add the coordinating die over top of it. And I keep forgetting that I have a brand new magnetic plate, so I'm gluing it in place. Actually, with sentiments, I like to tape them down just to make sure that they don't move. Okay, running that through the Platinum 6 and popping that sentiment out. And then we're going to add a couple of foam squares cut in half to the back of this. So cut in half, they get into smaller spots, but you also get twice as many. So I'm just being thrifty by cutting them in half. Okay, and you're going to attach that to the bottom of your card. Okay, so next we're going to add some Pawsitively Dazzling gems. I think I have 5 or 6 of these sets. They come in a bunch of different colors. So some of them have multicolors in one pack, like these guys do. There's, blues and purples, and then there's a teal one, and there's also these crystal clear ones. I'm going to be using these on my card today. The teal wasn't quite the right color, so that's why I'm going with the clear ones. So I like odd numbers, so either 3 or 5. So I'm going to put 2, kind of outlining the sentiment at the bottom, and then wrapping 3 around my flowers at the top. And if you use those little triangle trays from Simon Says Stamps, you can pop those right back in there without any problem. And I'm going to use my tip on my Barely Art glue again and glue these little guys down. And again, you see I'm using my Place and Score embellishment wand. It's great for picking up the gems and then moving them into place over the glue. So there you go. There's the finished card and the technique for today. I hope you enjoyed it. Everything that I have used today is listed underneath this video. There's also a link over to my blog where you'll get the cutting instructions for the paper that you need. If you enjoyed today's video, please consider giving me a thumbs up and sharing it with your friends. And also leaving a kind comment would be greatly appreciated. And if you have any questions, you can also leave them in there. I'd be happy to answer them for you. Thanks so much for watching, and until next time, toodles.